Hey puppies, and welcome back to another episode of No Zoom Button, but brush. Massive brush. This thing is like as big as a sword for some reason, even though it's just a feather on a stick. But welcome back to the Mangrove Swamp. As you can see around me, I'm currently under the nausea effect. No, but you may be. Vanilla tweaks. I got some vanilla tweaks. Good old-fashioned resource packs here. One of them was wavy leaves, and it may be a little extreme. Let me know if this makes you dizzy. I'll let you know if it makes me dizzy, and if it makes me dizzy, it's definitely going away. And probably the same for you as well. So, yeah, but just because we live in the swamp, it's a little bit much. But I like the plants and moving and stuff. That's sweet. So, in the last episode, if you haven't seen it, we started it off. We got 2 pottery shards. Shreds? Okay, I'll stop joking about it, but we're just gonna call them shards. We also got some other sweet loot and things. So, yes, good stuff happened. I found my way back to the base. Didn't die. You can indeed plant, whoops, bamboo on mud. That's nice. And in today's episode, it's time to get a little bit more set up, because currently this is our base right here. Is this a bad base? Not really, no. Not that bad of a base, I have to say, but is it a good base? No. Because, I mean, I love sleeping under the stars. We may try and incorporate this into our build, but today it's time we get a little bit of a build. So, what can we build in a mangrove swamp? Like I said in the first episode, I actually don't really know what to build in a mangrove swamp very well. Well, let's start off with what are our plans for today? Well, we need to get a little bit started. You know, we need to get started a bit better. Like, running around doing archaeology, well, it may be fun, and it's been a long time coming. It's not exactly like a food farm, which is something we don't have any of. Now, of course, I could always kill the tropical fishes, but tropical fish food is literally like the worst food in the game. So, that's a shame. Plus, they're so pretty, and look at them run. Watch them run. Also said about the salmon. We could cook salmon. That's true, definitely. I'd like to get a campfire, so we can cook a little bit of salmon. Other than that, I don't really know what else other food to get. I guess just like bread would be good. Yeah, because I'm not used to right-clicking on sign, opening up this menu. Normally, it just like performs the right-click action. Even this is wobbling. That actually looks really weird. Anyway, so food farm. We could also eat melons. That's not a very good food source. But we could eat melons. Why not? Why not eat melons? That just sounds like fun. Just for a little bit, you know. So, to start off with, we need to get a little bit of a food farm going. Maybe some wheat as well. I don't know if we have any wheat seeds. Nope. Fair enough. Now, you cannot till dirt, can you? I mean, mud. So I'm going to have to replace 4 mud blocks here with some dirt. That's a really weird noise as well when you mine mud. Oops. Luckily, I have 4 dirt blocks right here. Magic. Did they just change the metal mining noise slightly? I'm not even joking. That actually sounds like the same noise as like when you mine an iron block. No, deep slate. Oh, it sounds like deep slate. Okay. CD place. There we go. Hopefully they'll be able to plant the melons on the mud. I'd assume they would be. Okay, puppies. I've had an idea. But it is not easy to execute. No, it is not an underwater house. Actually, now I think about it, that would have been really hard to do. It's not an underwater house, but it's going to be a house on stilts. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's obvious and boring. Yes. Correct. Which is why we're spicing it up a little. It's going to have a balcony. Yep, so I can peer out over the water. Get it? So I can peer out over... Get it? That's actually funny. I didn't even mean that was unintentional, but it was also genius. And then it's going to have another thing. It's a design detail that will look like a floor. So, Not the floor. Not the actual floor, but a floor. Okay. So basically, I think all of these propagules have grown up now. So, yeah, what I should be able to do is harvest all these propagules and get a ton of these things. And then it's time for deforestation. Chopping down the mangroves. This is clearly... When Mojang went, let's add the mangroves to Minecraft, because Ninja's been requesting it since he was a kid. They didn't go, it will promote awareness. They said it will promote chopping of mangrove trees, because it is accurate. In fact, I mean, you add anything to Minecraft, you add polar bears. The only reason that we aren't killing polar bears is because they only drop fish. But if you gave them a drop, we would massacre them. Which is like why they tried to stop us from farming wardens as well. But then they did eventually just go, fine, it drops a skunk catalyst, and that's useless, just take it. And then people were like, yes! Finally, an XP farm! So here we go. Mangrove planks. That is so beautiful. Anyway, it's time for tree choppers. But we will get plenty of propagules back. One thing I do like, actually, I'm going to look for another one that's fully grown. Oof, maybe not that one. I'm going to have to remove a couple trees in here. I'll try to be delicate about it. What if I break this block? It will drop? Okay, so I don't have to harvest them all manually. That's kind of nice. So I'm going to try and clear out a bit of an area in this pond, and then we're going to build the house here on stilts, like I said. Now, the roots. They actually drop when you punch them? Are you kidding me? I thought you had to shear them. Oh my gosh. Can this block get any better? Okay, anyway. Also, I'm curious as to see... This is like a fairly big tree. How much wood we'll get. I can actually pillow up with these. That is so good. Okay, so... What wood are we going to build this out of? Well, I'm actually thinking mangrove. Because mangrove looks really cool. I mean, look at this. So, if I get some mangrove fences... We'll use these as the stilts. So how big is the house going to be? Relatively small. When I say relatively small, I mean really small. Probably. Maybe we can move that over by one. Eventually. Excuse me. Thank you. Man, I'd like some aqua affinity, please. So I could put it there. And I'm willing to shave a little bit off the trees. But not too much. Then we can go over here. Actually, it could be fairly big. We've got a decent area in here. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Make the interior 5. Yeah, that's fine. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Even lead and fences connect to this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And then I'll try and remove some of the mud. I may not bother with all of it because it is underwater. So not only will we not see it very much, but it also is quite difficult to mine. Get that sweet swamp music playing. That is probably way too many fences, but it's okay. Because I think we'll need some for the like balcony thing anyway. The only thing about living in the Mangrove Swamp is that mud does slow you down. But at this stage, it's not too much of an issue. May become really annoying later on. We'll see. Okay, there we go. Actually, I probably want to put fence gates there. I associate this music with Bedrock Edition, though. To the point where I actually want to stop listening to it. So, we're definitely going to need to grab some more mangrove wood, that's for sure. It's going to be a fairly ongoing issue in our world. Also, I got rid of the wavy leaves. They were probably just... yeah, just a bit much, to be honest. But we've got wavy water plants and things. The vines also stopped waving. I'm not entirely sure why. So we're partially just waiting for those to grow now, because I'd like to make a couple changes to the build, which will require even more wood. I want to use logs as well as just like planks and stuff. I also want to know why is the lag. I mean, for one, it's no Optifine, but like, I really... Oh! Yeah, that's right. I changed that for a thumbnail. That would explain things. There we go. Good grief, he's gone ballistic. That was quick. Okay, now I should have like at least 50 FPS, surely. What is going on? Why is my FPS? That light engine optimization didn't help much. Have some mud. That was meant to be. So yeah, I'm just going to stand here, and then once my head gets shoved in a mangrove root block, I'll know that the tree has grown. So, see you when, well, hopefully we're almost finished with the build. Maybe I should have just built it out of jungle wood, to be honest. It would have been a lot easier. I can get like 2 stacks from every tree. It started to rain. This is new. This is cool. Look at this, raining at the base. I also got unobtrusive rain, so it's not as loud, nor, well, that's a different pack, but it's not as loud and it's not as in your face, because it's bad for like compression and stuff. Once you start compressing a video and it's got rain in it, it just looks like really pixelated and weird. Anyway, we'll see you soon. Hello, puppies. You see, good things have happened. The build is now basically complete. It is also very, very small. Actually only has a 3x3 interior, basically. So I did a little detail here. As you can see, it now has like this square circle thingy. I like the roof a lot, actually. You know what? It goes outside. Because there's so little space on the inside. I've also been removing some vines from here so they don't hang over too much. But yeah, as you can see, there's the build. It's a very small hut. But it will do for now, right? Let me just come over here. It's also raining now, which is kind of interesting. But I mean, if you look over here, look at the roof. It's one sweet looking roof, that's for sure. Yeah, it's definitely, undeniably a roof. Probably. Needs one more fence though to complete it. So I'm definitely not by any means unhappy with this build. I think it's turned out about as good as it could have. Let's bring the bed over. Also, mangrove roots. So look at all of these roots I have now. Now, they are a fuel. Apparently, I think they're about as good as planks. They're as good as planks as a fuel, so that's interesting. They're also compostable. I looked this up because I was wondering what the flip I'm going to do with all these mangrove roots. So, I put this composter down. Not the mud. Mangrove roots. I wish I had a hopper. I'd be able to automate this and make it, you know. But there we go, free bone meal. Oh, and if you're wondering how the tree growing went, I almost forgot to mention. So, growing the trees up there did not work. I did some testing in creative. It turns out that they basically need to be a little bit closer to the ground. The sapling can be on, like, say, okay, let's say, if I planted a propagule, like, right here, it would be able to grow. It doesn't need multiple dirt blocks, but the roots have to be able to touch the ground. So these blocks that extend out from the tree have to be able to hit the ground. So yeah, basically I had them too high up, so they weren't able to hit the ground. I didn't put any... You may be able to put, like, a fake ground beneath it, of, like, you know, a layer of dirt or mud blocks or something like that. But, yeah, I don't know. Either way, yeah, so I went to the plains biome nearby, and I grew them there. I grew, like, 10 trees. I got tons of wood, actually. I got another stack in there. This isn't all of it. And I used maybe half a stack on the build, so I got like 1 3/4 stacks from like 10 or 8 trees, actually. It was 8 trees. And I got a lot of mangrove roots as well. So that's actually cool, because you're able to get a lot of these things really quickly. Bone mailing them is pretty good. I think it's... I mean, the rate at which it's coming up is similar. It reminds me of, like, seeds. So I don't know whether it's around the same level as, like, using wheat seeds or something on it. But I did just get 7 bone meal, so that's pretty cool. I've also been chopping the melons when... Oh, flip. I've also been chopping the melons when required as well. Good thing I got that bone meal. I have nearly stomped on that so many times. And yet... That's so stupid. I didn't even hit it then. Anyway. Another thing is that we can do this. And grow mangrove propagules. Not that we have to, because I already have 31. And I didn't really have to AFK or anything. I did AFK a little bit waiting for the trees to grow, but I did not have to wait around very long to get the propagules to grow is the word I'm trying to find. Yeah, I didn't have to wait to get the propagules to grow. They generated at like age 3, so I just had to wait like a minute basically, and then they were done. So, promise 1 is let the world lead. Promise 2 is to always stay inspired. Indeed. Now I just had an idea as well. Polka beans. I can also mine up this side now. I'm gonna get 1 brown dye. I'm gonna dye the first sign. Because why not? These lily pads work pretty well. Sometimes they'll fall in the water though. No, it's barely a difference, but I don't mind it. And the bed. There we go. Look at my extensive starter house right here. Fantastic. But it's also not terrible, so it'll do. It's mainly just like a shelter in the woods now, I guess. Or in the swamp. Now, I don't have to elaborate on this one as much as I do the last one, but I want to always stay inspired. What do I mean by this? Well, I mean to always stay inspired. But, to what extent are we going to be doing this inspirational thing? You know, is it staying inspired? Well, for one, it's kind of contradictory. Because, you know how last episode I said, let the world lead? No. But to stay inspired, we have to let ourselves lead. Indeed. Basically, for one, I want to stay inspired. And the way... Well, that's very bright. It must be getting to nighttime soon. The main way I want to do this is by not forcing myself to stay in a place that does not inspire me anymore. If for some reason... Like, I don't actually have a ton of ideas to build in a mangrove swamp. I don't have a ton of ideas to build somewhere else, though, so who knows. But if we find a cool cherry biome, or we decide the mesa is better, or even if we find nowhere else better than this spot, then, well, I guess then that's where staying inspired and letting the world lead combines, and we just move. If we need to move, we move. If we don't need to move, we don't move. Basically, we're not going to make any tough decisions in this season because all of the decisions are easy. We leave, easy come, easy go. You see? Magic. You should be mud. So, I hope that has cleared things up. When I wrote the sign, it was obvious, and then when I when I explained it, it got really complicated. It's fine. Anyway, that is Promise 2 revealed. Next episode will be Promise 4. No, I'm just kidding, it'll be Promise 3. Oh well, I'll see if you were paying attention to the number on the screen just below this video. You were not. Ooh! Okay. So that is pretty much it. I'm thinking next episode we're gonna go mining. I cannot jump. Okay, there we go. Because I got through way too many stone axes. Look, this is episode 2 and I've already broken 4 stone axes. 4. And I'm halfway through this one. I used to like stone axes. I feel the nostalgia for stone axes. But now, I do not like them very much. They are too annoying. They are too weak. And also my chest is already full. Perhaps we will solve all of these problems. Or perhaps we'll do something even cooler. Like go and find a sniffer. Maybe. We will do that very soon. Because we did find those ocean ruins. So hopefully they will have a sniffer inside of them. Or sniffer egg, you know. So anyway, for now, puppies. See you soon!